the girl came to me and she said she wants to learn some musical equipment. So I started teaching her. This guy is the youth president in his church. So he told me that he started teaching her. And then one particular Saturday, he couldn't go to teach her in church because he wasn't having money. Now, he was also sincere enough. You know, when people are talking, if you're actually listening, you can actually decipher what is true and what is not true. But if you're hearing, you'll just be making noise. You understand? So I was like, okay, what happened? He said, that particular day, I had no money. And prior to this time, I was attracted to this girl. That particular day, he reached out to this girl. And this girl said, okay, should I fund your transport or should I come? He said, if you can do the funding, you should do it. The girl said no, that she's coming. She's bringing the kit that they used in learning the last time, that she'll just bring it to him, that maybe they can go. The girl got to the place. One thing led to another. I asked the question, did this guy force himself into you? You know that time Jesus, they held this prostitute and Jesus was saying, if you have not done anything, cast the stone. They were holding the woman, but the guy who did the thing with the woman, where is the guy now? You understand? So I also asked the question, I said, did this guy force himself into this girl? After they explained the whole scenario on which this thing happened, the incident occurred, and the guy also explained his own part and said that this girl is also attracted. That in fact, they've not done it once, they've not done it twice. That it was in the third one now that the guy listened to a message by a popular pastor, and he just called himself back. He was like, I've been doing it wrong, you know, and reached out to the girl. She had to report to the pastor, bam, immediately. Reported to some sisters.
So that it will not be that the guy.
So that it will not be because a guy who is feeling that remorse can now go and make statement and say, Daddy, I think I'm wrong. I have done this thing with this sister. So she wants to gain the public image of I'm a good person, and this person is actually the person who victimized me. Are you getting what I'm saying? So when she did that, that guy was now the person who bore the brunt of all that actions. And that girl who sent me that thing was sending it to me so that we will crucify him. Why in the real sense, people outside there, they try to defend their own. We're not saying you should defend somebody who did something wrong, but there is a way that you can call the person to order. But that also showed me the loophole. It showed me that I in the course of trying to settle that thing, damaged the girl's phone. Because they had a video they made. You understand? But I was angry in my spirit that why are we Christians? Why are we actually Christians? That you see somebody's wrong. You did not investigate it. That means you have something in your heart for this person prior to this time. And when I did further investigations, he said the guy does not respond to messages. He's a snob. There are people who just hate you because of the way you behave. They feel that you should behave the way they want you to behave.
Yes.
So they just hate you for that reason. And the worst thing that can happen to a person is for your mother to be doubled before somebody who hates you. They will magnify it. They will get out of proportion.
Find a way to make you.
And then where is that love that we share in the Christendom? You want the downfall of another person to give credit or to help your own rising. The sky is so big, for Christ's sake, that it can take as many birds. If all of us say we want to fly now, there will still be space. We can't jam ourselves. There will still be space, you understand? But now let's look at how can we individually and collectively in our different organizations, in our different field of endeavors, maybe you're into music, you're into protocol, how can we actually kill this strife amongst ourselves?
Okay, let me say something first. You need, before you start solving any problem, you need to first of all know the foundation.
Okay.
We must find the roots of this thing. Where is this thing coming from? Especially, let me say, in this where we are now, Enugu. Enugu one is too much. And I will tell you tomorrow.
It's too much. It's too much everywhere.
It's too much everywhere. Your own is what you're seeing.
It's everywhere. It's the one that happened to you.
It's what happened to me. But then, when you still look out, let me say Port Harcourt, there is this much collaboration they do in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
That is helping their ministers and artists very well, which I know. You understand? Much collaboration. But what am I saying? Let us now look at where is the foundation? Where is this thing starting from? And I will tell you that this thing started from the church. Who is your pastor? You understand, but you see some pastors will tell you, what I do, do. What I say is what you believe. You don't believe on any other thing again. The book I read is good. You understand? But the spirit I carry is good. You understand, right? But then, we that is coming up, we have our own ministry. Oh.
Yeah.
We have our own cross to bear. I am in your church because I need you to groom me, to train me, right? But I still have my ministry. You may not be seeing my own, but only me know what God is telling me. Yes, God may be calling me to a village next year to just go and start to do one revival stuff and start something there. But why am I in your church? Is for you to train me for the period I am with you on assignment. Because every man on earth have an assignment. You understand? So one thing we need to look at, where is this thing starting from? How do we manage our calling and what our pastor teaches us? Or what we learn from our church? That's number one. And then, how do we now see reasons to follow others? If you come to Facebook, you see me, you cannot follow me because you are above me.
These are
Yes.
points.
These are
You can
somebody with 20K followers and only 100 people.
You cannot follow me because maybe you think you are above me.
There's not because music minister in this nation. We are following each other.
Okay.
But mainly he made it. You see, I was the only one following him. He's not following me again.
People
followers reduced.
Okay, his own.
He reduced the people he's following.
Okay, he reduced the number of people he's following. You know, sometimes you cannot know the true nature of a man until you give the man fame and money. You know,
Yes.
when you give him fame and money before you get to see who he is. And there are some good parts of a person you also might not know because hunger can also
Yes.
you know, but that regardless, you touched something very significant.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So the foundation is where I'm looking at. I am this kind of person that I love cooperation. We cooperate, we do this. But I've really tried incorporating with some people. And I've seen that, man, it is not working. Especially in this place we are now, it is not working. I host programs, and before I host programs, I know sometimes I call people, come, Alpha now, let's do this. I see that what I see in Enugu, what I think that we can do, is not what others are saying. And in Enugu, I know who I can say, okay, and I will still call his name, because you see him? He's this kind of person that no matter what you do, even though you are the smallest, you are coming up from today, he believes that something good will still come from you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Enugu ministers, let me just say Enugu now, because we are in Enugu state, if we can change it to benefit us before you start going outside. You understand that? So if Enugu ministers can understand these things, go beyond churches, go beyond my church. It's not only in my church. You cannot sell only in your church.
Yeah.
You understand, right? This is your church. Your church is your family. But there are still people you need outside. So the foundation is, what are those things we hear that will make you, when you see your fellow minister having program, if even on you don't have anything to do, they just call you, Papa, come my program now, because your picture is not in the flyer, you will not attend. And then you will not share or like even when you post, because it doesn't have anything to do with you. If we can change this mindset, start from, okay, this thing is God's business. It's kingdom business. I look at it as this is kingdom business. I stopped so many things. So if I tell you what I stopped in this Enugu, you will be amazed. There are lengths, height I do things before. I stopped. I don't even go to programs again.
Okay, talking about this foundation and then this thing you mentioned now, I also think, I beg to differ, is you should give the amount of support you want to also receive, right? I believe that so much. I also believe in supporting people very, very well. Like, there are people who I have supported, and I feel these things are reciprocal most of the times. There are people who I have supported. There are people who they want to do some programs or stuff. I'll just post it. Some of them, they did not tell me to post it or to do anything. You know, that is the thing about we also not having to allow people's behavior, you know, affect our own. You understand? But you also need to draw the line. Indeed, if you do not draw the line, you will also be jumping from humility to stupidity without knowing. If you don't draw the line,
That's a word, yes.
you'll be jumping from humility to stupidity. Because there are certain things that if you want people to learn, you have to serve them with that same plate so that they know what it feels like having to eat from this plate that they are serving other people. You understand? So, but you need to draw the line so that the reason for doing that is not going to be you want to deal with the person. The reason should be that I want you to actually learn. Right? And if we can, in the same vein, incorporate this character of celebrating our own first. Because before you go into another man's church, you need to conquer your own church.
Yes.
Before you go into another man's territory, you need to conquer your own territory. If we can develop that, there is how we'll be united in my own church, that we can push a narrative and other people will start buying into it gradually. You understand? But sometimes you notice that you want to drive a change that you've not even taken that initiative in your own location. You understand? It's my principle. Some people will say that it is a stringent one, but this is the way that we can actually help ourselves.
Yes.
So
Charity begins at home.
it begins at home. So somebody is coming out, like I do it. Somebody is coming from my local church to do something. We start clapping, you start shouting. You're giving them that support.
Yes.
You're not giving them money, but this is moral support.
Yes.
You're telling them, yeah, we believe in what you do. And if you allow me to say, I will say the foundation here is the foundation of your knowledge of Christ.
Yes.
Because if your knowledge of Christ is formed on what somebody told you, you will not be able to do certain things. The economy of heaven is too large.
Yes.
What you tell me can be where you stopped in what you tapped in the economy of
Scripture
heaven.
says,
You understand?
we know
In parts. You understand? It could be just what you know. So if I do not have a concrete revelation that backs up my salvation, then I will make decisions that are not in correlation with what the actual destination should be.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So there are some people who what they do is because this person said, that's why I said I don't have a clique. You cannot kind of compel me to do certain things because I have a revelation, a personal revelation of God. You know, this is the same thing that happened to that doubting Thomas. He wanted to know and now the Bible said, now you know. You know, it is a personal. Some people might be spiting Thomas, but what he did was a personal revelation.
Yes.
A personal revelation, and he called him my God.
My God.
You understand? So if we all have a personal revelation about this thing that we are doing, we will know that there is no competition.
Yes.
That Rock is doing well, and his music is waxing.
Should be evidence that I can also do well.
Yes. It's not for me to now. Oh, sweet Jesus. Somebody came to me years back. This was about 6 years ago or 5 years ago. And he came to me and he told me that these two music ministers, that they belong to a cult. Now, let me tell you something. These people he's talking about, I know them. In fact, one of them were very, very close coming up. So I know his root. And I know he's not doing anything diabolical. You understand? Yes. And he's doing well. But this guy came to me and said that these two people, that the way they even shake, they belong to a cult. You know? That's why I said, if we all have a personal revelation, we will know the way to respond to certain things.
Yes.
I will not be telling you, in a place where I should be scolding you.
Yes.
I will not, because I'm doing to get more information. I'm trying to ride on somebody's downfall to make a good gist. Which is what most of us do. And I was like, bro, who did you say? I say in your life. People know me for that. I say in your life, if you ever in your life, till today, that person does not chat me, He's a music minister in this town, but he doesn't chat me. And then if he wants to chat me, it's just once in a while, and that was because he had an issue. He remembered me. He remembered somebody who will not conform to any standard. That person will do an investigation, and that's the same thing. If every one of us should take that stand, that we belong here. You do not. Somebody does not come to me now and say, okay, that this Joe Sachs is. I say, Alpha, why you go talk like that now? You don't meet Joe Sachs. You don't call him for phone. Okay. I even go to the extent of having to call two people. Like you can be talking to me, I will call the other person. I'll put it on loudspeaker. You will not even know that it's on loudspeaker, because I do not want you to make me an accomplice of strife and God's punishment. You understand? And this is because I have a personal revelation of God and a personal revelation that formed my salvation. So I do not want any kind of nonsense around me. So when you're talking about this person did you this thing. It's okay, this person, have you met this person? Then why are you telling other people now? Meet this person. Maybe this person is not really the way you think it is. Maybe this person, it's your perception. You understand? And you're watching it from a point. You know, I'm like, call this person. Sometimes I go to the extent of calling the person and I say, nah, guy, this person said that this thing. How far now? What did you? I don't know you like this now. Waiting happen now. Waiting so. Then the person will be like, no. At that time, this person was telling me this thing. I was already furious because I was waiting for the sound engineer to come, and this person picked a portion, just like people do, on social media now. You just pick a portion, you post, and very stupid, empty-headed people will come and start blasting and making a full story out of something that they don't know.
Happened to Jesus. What was the thing they used to accuse Jesus? That he said that he would bring temple down and repent. That was not the full sermon. That was a clip from the sermon.
Yeah.
So this is not start today. So
it didn't start today.
So I want to chip in something now. One of the things we will learn is patience.
Yeah.
We cannot see the change we want overnight.
Yes.
We must learn patience. Then another thing is this. My father-in-law used to say something. He said, "You train two people to train two people." We expand exponentially. So what we need to do is that we need to first of all find people of common mindset. People that already have common mindset with us.
Yes.
Then we start pointing out the importance of bringing other people into the knowledge of what we have.
Okay.
So while we are doing it, instead we are expanding. Then another thing, there are things we cannot do or achieve without influence.
Yes.
You must be influential.
Yeah.
One of the questions I was going to ask you is, do you think music is your destination or a pathway to something else?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that question. Because over time, I have seen music ministers finally become pastors.
Yeah.
Music builds influence.
Yes.
We don't even understand influence.
Yes.
Music builds influence. So, do you know that you will say something and it will not actually make sense to some people? But if an embassy says it,
Yes.
do you understand? So, there are some mindsets you cannot change. You see, right now, Apostle Lazarus has so much influence. Apostle Shasema has so much influence. People take their word for it as it is, just like that.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So there are mindsets you cannot change till you have influence.
Yes.
And you now need to understand that the patience is needed. So that brings me to the question I want to ask you. Do you think music is your destination or a pathway to something else?
Well, music. I see music as where God used or is using to trap me to the way He wants me to operate.
Okay. So it's a pathway.
It's a pathway, which
So
I know.
It's not a final destination.
It's not final destination.
It's good. That's good.
I know.
It's not everybody that actually finally ends up.
I know. And I know where it's taking me.
You know where he's taking you.
Yes.
This is another thing we also need to highlight. you need to know where, because sometimes
I thought about journey.
Yes.
When you're on a journey.
Yes.
We had a school of worship in January. We talked about the journey. So I was privileged to be one of the speakers. I told them there are things you need to recognize about journey. You need to know your starting point and the ending point.
End point, yes.
You need to know what vehicle will take you to where you're going to.
Yes.
And you also need
You need to know the kind of driver you need.
Yes.
I like that. This was what I was going to tell you. The driver now.
You will not be expecting a bus driver to be at the airport where you're going. You need mentorship. You need people to tell you the closest route to the place.
Yes.
Do you know that you can get to UK in 13 hours and you get to UK in 6 hours.
You just need somebody who tells you.
Yes,
You just need to know. Some people are going to Europe and they will need to stop at Ethiopia.
Mm.
Do you understand? And you move again. And you know all this stuff. I think
Yes.
they stop at Amsterdam too.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they do all these
Yeah.
travels, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
But now there's a direct flight from here to UK. So you need see what mentorship does. Mentorship makes you. I made that illustration that day. That illustration still blows in my own mind. You see, if I'm going on a journey and I'm going with my mentor, we get to a crossroad. He's leading me, right? We get to a crossroad, and he solves the problem, and we cross that particular bridge. When I actually start my own journey, when I get to that crossroad, I have that problem.
No. It's solved already.
I've done the journey twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've done the journey before,
Before.
so I'm writing on experience.
Mm.
So that's where this thing comes in.
Yes.
So another thing, we need to also recognize fathers that have the same mindset as us,
Yes.
and ask them what they want us to do, where they think we can come. We that's why I said we know in parts. We cannot exhaust the solutions.
There are so many things they know.
And we
They
also need
tell us.
to know our role.
Yes.
Yes.
If we know our roles, we will not struggle to be in front of the billboard.
Mm.
You will not make the
Billboard
billboard
is
your
even
priority.
Yes.
You will not make flyer your priority.
Mhm.
You know why I said this? Because you can be on this journey now, and then you have the map. You know how we are going to go there, but you don't have the capacity to drive the vehicle.
Yes. Yes.
Some people are good.
Navigators.
Yes, you know, and so when you even come into, let me use music for example.
Yes.
Some people are good singers, but they are not good writers.
Yes, it's true.
Some people are good writers,
They are not good.
but they are not good producers.
Jesus. Yes.
So, but the moment we understand our role and understand that we are here to complement
Yes.
each other,
Yes.
we are here to complement each other, the striving ends.
Yes.
You understand that easy concept
Yes.
is there. Messi Chinwo is there.
there.
Easy concept is not saying give me mic, let me be on the altar. You understand?
Yes.
And then Messi Chinwo is not underplaying the part of easy concept.
Yes.
She's not saying because I'm the one who they know.
Yeah.
No, easy concept is nothing. Or GUC saying because I'm the one they know. Easy concept. No, we are not looking at easy. Most people, the moment they understand their role, they will understand honor.
Yes.
Because if you do, yes,
I was saying
you
to
understand.
somebody yesterday.
You understand,
Yes.
even down to the media person
Yes.
who puts you up.
Yes.
I was saying something yesterday to somebody. I told them that God has men for different purposes
Yeah.
to meet the needs of different men.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot meet the need of everybody
Yes.
as far as gospel music is concerned.
Yes.
As far as the gospel is concerned, you cannot meet the need of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's why God even still share roles, apostles, teachers, pastors. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Let's not dwell much on this because the truth is that no matter how much we limit the solutions,
Yeah.
we may not really get the solution as it were. But I know as subsequent times we talk about these things, as we're putting it out there, I'm trusting about people's comments as regards this now, we will get even more solutions.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you the last question. The last question is, what next?
What next? So after this, what
After
next?
this, what next?
After
That should be the last question.
Yes.
You know, that question is usually the last question.
It has to be the last question.
It has to be because it doesn't end here.
We have-
It's a journey now.
We have started from
Yes.
how did you start,
Uh-huh.
your journey so far, the experience.
What next?
in the-
Because
what next?
we also do not want you to end here, but we need to know.
See, every level you need to understand that every level you are in. Let me use story building as an example. If you are on the first floor, whoever is on the ground floor becomes your foundation.
Yeah.
Who's on the top
Yes.
floor above you becomes your roof.
Yeah.
So at every point in life, you have people beneath you. And you have
Yeah,
people
people
above you.
above you.
Yes.
This is the reason why we should not even strive, because
Yes.
as you are growing, people are coming.
Yes.
There are new people
You
coming.
need
Yes.
them. You need the both.
Yes.
Somebody needs to fill up that gap you are coming out from, because you're going to a new level. Somebody needs to fill up the last gap. This is where I get it wrong with pastors and leaders that fight. That fight their own
Mm.
because they're coming up. Okay,
Mm.
you are going up.
Yes.
If there's promotion for you, if I think there's promotion for me, and if there's promotion for my subordinate, that means I'm
You
being
go,
promoted
yes.
too.
Yes.
Do you understand? So if you understand that every level has a next level,
Mm.
yeah, you now know that there is something next. I don't know if you've thought about it. What's next? After now, what next?
Well, Seriously, I know I'm not ending here.
Okay.
So I have songs and I have other projects I want to do. That is one of the reasons why I love what is happening now.
Okay.
Yes, if I tell you I don't like it, I don't just like it. I love what we are talking about now. I came up with music tour. So this music tour, I intend going to anywhere we know that we can come together. It is not now. It's not my church. It's not my church. I didn't even. This one have to push out to different places. So anywhere I know that we can bring music, gospel ministers together. That is number one. And then I have love for humanity.
Okay.
Yes, and I won't even forget that. Anyway, I used to say it. You see, villages, there are so many people in the village that really life is so hard. Life is very hard for them. And sometimes it's even very difficult to get to the government and all that. So that is one of the projects that will be coming up very soon.
Okay.
And that one we have to do is going into the villages, can do some medical outreach, we can do some skill acquisitions and empowerment to come for the youth, which God is helping us, is coming to reality soon. So then with that, Christians will benefit. What I intend doing is, by the grace of God, once everything is being aligned and goes the way it should, then Christians, we have to benefit from this, from the church to the villages, those things. So, and it has to do with skills, empowerment, and all that.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, as way of closing remark.
Yeah.
My own closing remark, I hand over to my okay. One of the things I want to tell you is start small.
Yeah.
Make daily increase.
Okay.
Small things are small things. But faithfulness in small things is a big thing.
Yeah.
Money does not cost change. Your mind causes change. Money amplifies what is in your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. This is scripture. You see, the Bible is so much complete.
Yeah. Very, very
You will not even understand that the American Constitution was literally derived from scripture. They know what is inside. There are things we don't know. There are things we don't even know is possible.
Yeah.
So there are possibilities in God.
Okay.
So while you do your own, you now wait for God. That is miracle.
Yes.
Preparation, opportunity, miracle.
Thank you so much. It's been a nice time.
My daddy.
Your daddy's
Thank you so much for those words.
Don't deceive us.
It's our daddy
Don't
now.
deceive us. The Bible says be careful of those who use flattering words.
Okay.
That's not bad. You know, as far as health is concerned,
Yes.
our possibilities are limitless.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm saying my daddy, I know what he has done.
Yes.
Maybe he's looking at something that he wants to do.
Yes.
For me, I know what he has done.
Let me talk to somebody's daddy too. Okay, so it's been nice having this discussion with you. A lot has been said, and Mr. Josiah has pointed a lot of things. Like most of the things I was going to say to you. My father would tell me that luck is opportunity meeting preparation. That is what you call luck. Number two is that in life, if you understand that there are speculators, initiators, and there are people who cheer you up, you will not be angry at certain things.
Yeah.
There are people who are waiting for you to actually move before they, and that's the truth, because you can't push somebody who is not self-driven.
Nobody will invest in you.
Yes, you understand the point. So if you don't do what you need to do, okay, then where else I'm going to come in, because I do not like talking without having to do my talk, right? Is just as we are all talking about how we can help one another to grow, right? And you talked about humanity. I so much love service to humanity, right? So in the course of your program, I mustn't be on the flyer to support you.
Yes.
This is the narrative I'm putting up there now.
Yeah.
I mustn't be answering drugs manager to support him.
Yeah.
So in the course of your program, if you reach out to me and make me know that this is, I'm going to give you my full support.
Yes. In the capacity
I'm
which
telling
can.
you here,
Yeah.
in the capacity I can, okay? And I am not doing it for you to put my face on social media.
Yes.
I'm not doing it for you to show me on social media. I do things and I tell people the reason I do these things, or the things I do, or the things I'm doing for anybody I'm doing, is simply you go do it to another person.
Yes.
I'm trying to change a mindset. I'm trying to make people know that we can actually be selfless, and there is a joy that comes with being selfless. So if I do it for you, Drog, you go out there. The way to pay me back is for you to do it for somebody else. By doing that, we are bringing up a generation of change makers.
Yes.
Are you getting what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Yes.
By doing that, we are bringing up a generation of change makers. So I'm infusing this system into you. You infuse it into other people, and like that, we will be able to conquer our territory. And from our territory, we can conquer the world.
Yes.
You understand? So I applaud what you do, or what you're set to do, and I'm going to give you my own support in my own capacity, right? I'm going to do that. I believe Joe Sachs will also do the same,
Yes. Yes.
you know, in his own capacity.
Yes.
And like he has asked you, what next? We do not want to see you end here. The truth about love is that love is progressive.
Yes.
They want to see you grow. They don't want to see you at the same point. So Drog has crossed this milestone. The question Joe asked wasn't to slight him or to make him feel like he didn't do enough.
No.
It is
We
to
did- we did
is to show you that there is still more.
There's
Yes.
still more.
You understand?
Yes.
We expect so much more from you.
Mm.
And to that end, I'm begging everyone who is a Christian, who is watching this, we must stand up to this. We must support our own.
Yes.
No matter who this person is, whether this guy is from my denomination, we've not talked at length. We've not even met like this.
Yes.
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 You know, we've not, and you probably don't know that I also admire what you do,
Yes.
right? I just reached out to you and I'm like, how far? You know, something like that. And if we, every one of us, can just do the same, please, it will help every one of us to grow individually
Yeah.
and collectively as a body.
Yes.
There are some decisions we cannot take in this nation if we are not united.
United. Yes.
There are some decisions we cannot take in this nation, just like you said, if we don't have influence.
Yes.
There are some decisions we cannot take. And so when we see somebody who is going up that radar, we should be happy because that person, we believe,
Pull others.
yes,
Yes.
is what we need. You understand?
Yes.
So
Pull others up.
so that being said, every one of us, we need to unite. We need to unite. And then starting from this place now that we've made this post, the unity starts here, the synergy starts here. When you get this, share it to other people.
Yes.
Share it to other people. Let
Like,
them also
share,
know.
subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. You understand?
Yes.
Push it. Let people get to see what we are saying and the narrative that we are pushing out there. By so doing, we are transforming so many minds.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Give us your own input. What you think we can actually do, you know, to unite ourselves. What you think we can actually do to help our own. And what you think we can actually do to make sure that drug doesn't remain at just this phase. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.